Hi, I'm Rosie Cake Diva, and today I'm going to show you how I made my buttercream sunflower cupcake. Now for this particular one I used two piping tips. I used a Wilton 366 and a Wilton 352. Now they're both leaf tips, one slightly larger than the other. You don't need to use those sizes, you can use any that you choose, but these are the ones I've got with me. I've coloured my buttercream with two colours, a green and a yellow. And if you want to use my basic buttercream recipe, you'll find it here. I'm going to start by doing a quick coating of the yellow buttercream. I'm going to use the green, and like I say, this is my 366, and I'm going to just pipe down the sides a few leaves so they'll just show through underneath my sunflower. And then using the yellow, I'm going to start piping some petals. Now all I'm doing is putting some pressure on, releasing, as I draw it out to create the petal shape. Now if as you release you're not coming to a point, if it starts to look a little bit raggedy, then what you need to do is thin your buttercream a little bit. It does make a difference what sort of temperatures you're in, and in colder temperatures you may well need a slightly smoother buttercream. So this one's working fine because it's coming to a point, and I'm going for a second layer. I'm trying to offset them a little bit as I go round. It off, I'm just using a spoon to put some popping candy. You don't need to use popping candy, you can use chocolate sprinkles, or you could even pipe some brown in the middle, but my kids like the popping candy. So here it is, my buttercream sunflower cupcake. To keep up to date with my free tutorials, just click on the subscribe button, and thank you for watching.
Hi everyone and welcome to Creative Cakes by Sharon. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cool football helmet cake just in time for the Super Bowl, which is coming up this weekend. This cake would make an awesome centerpiece for your Super Bowl buffet table, pleasing supporters of both the Seahawks and the Patriots. So let's get started. Today, as you can see, I'm using a few different bits and pieces, so I've compiled a detailed list of everything in the description box below. The first thing I need to do is stack my 4 sponge cakes, placing a layer of buttercream frosting between each cake. To get the nice rounded shape of the helmet, I'm going to trim off the sharp edge of the top cake. And then I want to cut into the bottom cake on an angle so that the helmet tapers in slightly at the back. Now I need to cut a rectangle into what will be the front of the helmet, and then using a palette knife I'm going to scoop out this front section. It's time to cover the whole cake in buttercream frosting now. This is going to be the crumb coat as well as the base underneath my fondant. To get a nice smooth finish on the buttercream, I'm just using a paper towel, placing it on the frosting and just rubbing over gently with my hand, and when I lift it off, the buttercream is nice and smooth. Here I've cut a little piece of rectangular black fondant and I'm just going to press it into this little cavity and trim off the excess on the sides. Now, because this cake aims to please both teams in this year's Super Bowl, I'm going to cover half my helmet cake in some grey fondant for the New England Patriots and the other side in a deep blue fondant for the Seattle Seahawks. It's just a matter of rolling out the fondant and gently placing it over one side of the cake and then trimming off the excess down the centre and at the bottom for both of the colours. Using a little bit of water, I'm going to attach a strip of blue and a strip of grey right down the centre of the helmet for added detail. This will also cover up your joint for a neater finish. To make the front guard of the helmet, I'm going to use an extruder to create some long thin tubes of black and red fondant. If you don't have one of these handy little gadgets, you can simply roll them out by hand. The guard I've created is fairly simple, though there are a couple of different designs which you might choose to create. Guys, who's your favourite NFL team? Is it the Patriots or the Seahawks, or perhaps another team altogether? I've inserted some small lengths of dried spaghetti to reinforce the vertical bars in the guard. And attached all the little pieces using a little bit of water to adhere them. Using some little pieces of white fondant, I've added some extra details to the guard, as well as a strap out of white fondant, and I've used my stitching tool to create some extra details. To create a more silver look to the Patriot side of the helmet, I've mixed together some silver petal dust and rose spirits and brushed it over the fondant with a very soft brush. For each team logo, I've started off by cutting out some white fondant using the templates as my guide. Because As this is a double-sided helmet, I need to turn my fondant for the Patriots logo upside down so that when I finally place it on the cake, it will be facing the right way. Now for each logo, I need to cut out the coloured sections of the template and use these pieces to cut out the different colours for each of the team logos. Guys, how will you be celebrating the Super Bowl this weekend? Let me know in the comment section below. And here it is, guys, my special Seahawks and Patriots Super Bowl helmet cake. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial.